Very pleasant. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Ives Lamel Family Field. Special edition of Brevard College Women's Lacrosse coming up shortly. Tornadoes hosting Methodist. This is a critical game in terms of USA South Conference standings go. And it's also Senior Day, where we will celebrate the two Brevard College seniors. Morgan Graham, senior defender from Covington, Virginia. She'll be graduating with a bachelor's degree in art, double concentration in digital media and photography. And then also Casey Collins, senior midfielder from Marietta, Georgia. She'll be graduating from Brevard College, double major wilderness leadership and experiential education, as well as environmental studies. So two outstanding Brevard College student athletes who will be honored this morning. And glad you're able to join us. We'll have all sorts of action throughout the day for you here at Brevard College. But the day gets started with women's lacrosse and Senior Day. Brady Penn, student broadcaster, will be here to bring you all the play-by-play. But glad you're able to join us for this one. Stick with us. We'll have the Senior Day presentation, followed by starting lineups, national anthems sung by Grace Vaught, women's lacrosse student athlete, and then the start of Brevard and Methodist women's lacrosse in a critical USA South Conference matchup. Glad you're able to join us wherever you may be tuned in from. Women's lacrosse, Brevard versus Methodist, coming up shortly.
To people's lives. Oftentimes, experiential learning in psychology is talking about what you do at your athletic practice today, or how does this relate to your relationship with people in your dorm room. Even in my intro level classes, students who maybe are just taking it as a gen ed, they have the ability to take what they're learning in class and apply it to their daily lives.
When I first heard the term experiential learning, I was thinking, oh, people must just like go outside and run around or something. But now that I've been at Brevard College, I've realized it's really about understanding how you can apply the things that you learn in class with what you're doing in real life, and thinking about when you study things, it's not just for an exam, it's something that you can use in your everyday thought process.
A graduate of the Wilderness Leadership and Experiential Education program is equipped with the core skills to be successful in any field. So what can students do after they graduate? Anything they want. And what I mean by that is an outdoor professional runs businesses, they balance budgets, they hire staff, they create programs, they run events, they manage risk, they create emergency action plans, they do a whole host of skills that are applicable in any field. What we train our students to do that's foremost is how to think critically, how to solve problems that have real life consequences in a high intensity environment. And those core skills are transferable. So employers are looking for people who can make ethical decisions, who can communicate well, who can think critically and solve problems. A graduate of the Wilderness Leadership. A graduate.
History is everything. It's every discipline. It's music, it's art, it's economics, it's politics. And so students who study history end up with the ability to look critically at every discipline. This is a skill you can use in any.
The Brevard College Wilderness Leadership and Experiential Education program is the most distinctive in the nation. I think one of the reasons why is because it is so focused on experiential education in addition to the outdoor education component. They are developing their leadership skills out in the field with each other.
My internship was on schooner Lynx. She's a 122-foot topsail schooner. She's a replica of an 1812 privateer. My job on Lynx this summer was a deckhand, and because of the skills that I've learned at Brevard College, such as program planning and lesson planning and different techniques to teaching to different ages and different types of people, I was promoted to the job of educator. This summer, my professor, John Buford, knew that I'd be at sea quite a bit, and he really worked with me and When I would come into port, I would call him, he would always answer. He was really quick to respond with my emails, and not just to say, I got your email, but he would talk about what was going on and ask me questions. And it was really cool to have somebody like that to support me for the summer and really help me succeed.
You should come to Brevard College in the Wilderness Leadership and Experiential Education program because you will become a leader, a strong, ethical leader. And that can be applied to any field, anywhere you go, whatever you do in your professional career. And it'll be a whole lot of fun as you learn those skills.
Anybody who is interested in leadership skills and outdoor skills should definitely.
And hello everyone, a very pleasant good afternoon here from Ives Lamel Family Field. A women's lacrosse afternoon matchup coming here on senior day between the Brevard College Tornadoes and the Methodist University Monarchs. The Monarchs sitting at 8-7 overall, 6-3 in the conference, and riding a 3-game win streak. The Tornadoes, of course, looking to break that win streak coming into today. The Tornadoes come into the ball game off of a win in the Ridge rivalry. I believe that was win number 6 on the campaign for the Tornadoes, led by head coach Kristen Rosado.
One of the hardest
year
things
7.
that
We've
every
got the starters for
college
both teams. We'll go ahead and take a look at both of those. For Methodist, number 1, Rosa Williams, a junior attacker. Number 4, Tia Marlinghouse, a sophomore attacker. Number 5, Keegan Foles, a junior attacker.
Wilderness education
number 6,
class,
Jim
environmental science, English, anything. Experiential
the goalkeeper
education.
out
You
of
meet with your
Richlands, North
professors, you meet
Carolina.
with students that
Number
you actually
8,
see every
Jasmine
day.
Henry,
You get to
a
excel
freshman
in the subject
defender.
that you chose.
Number 10, Kendall
Finding
Cahill,
a way
junior
to
defender.
mix
Number 12,
my
Kayla
passion
Nee,
for
a
mountain
sophomore
biking,
attacker.
art,
Number
and
13, Paige
career
Cameron, a sophomore
together
defender.
really happened
Number 18,
during my
Megan
internship.
Cox, a
You should come to
sophomore
Brevard
defender.
College
Number
because
20,
you will
Jaleesa
become
Batchelor,
a
junior
strong,
defender.
ethical leader.
Number 21,
And that
Alasia
can be
Ward,
applied
a
to any
senior
field,
attacker.
anywhere you go,
And
whatever
number
you
24,
do in your
Julie
professional career.
DeLellis,
There's a recipe for success here.
Out
It's
of
great.
Hackettstown, New Jersey. For the Tornadoes, number 5, Danny Stavely, a freshman defender, 5'8", out of Naples, Florida. Number 9, Grace Blanton, a freshman mid, 5'2", out of Homewood High School. Number 10, Parker Moore, junior attacker, 5'6", out of Raleigh, North Carolina. Number 11, Emily Danega, a freshman mid, out of Buford, Georgia. Number 12, Morgan Graham, a senior out of Covington, Virginia, one of the seniors that will be honored today. Number 13, Lexi McLaughlin, a freshman goalkeeper out of McDonough, Georgia. Number 15, Cassidy Hutto, a freshman mid out of Lexington, South Carolina. Number 20, Autumn Kramer, junior attacker, 5'3", out of Stewartson, Pennsylvania, coming off of a 7-goal performance against Woodrow Wilson College the other night. Number 21, Savannah Colliver, a junior mid, 5'3", out of Greenville, South Carolina. Number 22, Josh Mitchell, a junior defender, 5'5", out of Zebulon, North Carolina. Number 25, Elise Moore, a freshman attacker, 5'7", out of Pickens, South Carolina. And rounding out the starting lineup, another one of the seniors that will be honored today, number 32, Casey Collins, a senior mid, 5'5", out of Marietta, Georgia. Once again, the NATOs led by head coach Kristen Rosado, and a crucial game here for the Tornadoes in terms of the playoff picture here against Methodist. About 5 minutes away from Senior Day ceremony action, and then after that, we will have lineups, and it'll be time to go here on Senior Day between the Monarchs and the Tornadoes. Saturday afternoon here at Ives Lamel, wind blowing in just a little bit, and we are moments away from lacrosse here between the Tornadoes and the Monarchs.
Before I got to Brevard College, I didn't know what experiential learning even was. We have all the rivers, Pisgah National Forest, DuPont State Forest, just all the resources are around us. So the location is why environmental studies is so great here.
With experiential learning, it's not always field-based. We do quite a few things in the lab as well, so you get opportunities to do hands-on research in the lab. But whenever possible, when you can get outdoors and see what's actually happening, It's different based on the conditions that are outdoors, and you can never predict those. So a day that it's raining and cold, you're going to see different activity levels among the animals and plants than if it's a day that's sunny and warm. The courses that I teach are all based in the outdoors. My specialty is biodiversity, so I teach a course in biodiversity, but I also teach courses that are unique to the area. They're called Plants and Animals of the Southern Appalachians. Here at Brevard College, one of the things that we do really well is interact with these students who are undergraduates in a way that prepares them for graduate programs. That's what we can do at Brevard College. We can get these students who are interested in a particular area, help them find a path that is tying together their interest with what our background, the backgrounds of the professors can do, and then position that student in a way that few undergraduates can be positioned to go on to a graduate program or to go directly into the field.
Henry. Number 10, Kendall Cahill. Number 12, Kayla Nee. Number 13, Paige Camerson. Number 18, Megan Cox. Number 20, Jalessa Batchelor. Number 21, Alasia Ward. And number 24, Julie DeLellis. Head coach of Methodist is Rebecca Scheinfeld, assisted by Ashley Doyle. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the starting lineup for your Brevard College Tornadoes. Number 5, Danny Stavely. Number 9, Grace Blanton. Number 10, Parker Moore. Number 11, Emily Denega. Number 12, senior Morgan Graham. Number 13, Lexi McLaughlin. Number 15, Cassidy Hutto. Number 20, Autumn Kramer. Number 21, Savannah Colliver. Number 22, Josh Mitchell. Number 25, Elise Moore. And number 32, senior Casey Collins. Tornadoes are under the direction of head coach Kristen Rosado. Assistant coach is Roya Tomasabi. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise and remove your caps as women's lacrosse student athlete Grace Vaught will sing today's national anthem.
I love you, Casey. I love you, Morgan. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Back here at Ives-Lamel Family Field, just about ready to get going here. Methodist University Monarchs and the Brevard College Tornadoes. The Monarchs once again sitting at 8-7 overall, 6-3 within the USA South on a 3-game win streak, and the Tornadoes will look to snap that. Methodist also with an impressive road record of 5-1. NATO's going to try and add one into the right side tally there. NATO sitting now at 6-10 on the season, 3-6 in the conference. So the adverse record of Methodist, who sits at 6-3 in the conference, but the NATO's still with a chance here, could control a little bit more of their own destiny with a victory here today against Methodist. But we are ready here at midfield. A draw control coming here for Parker Moore on Senior Day, a sunny afternoon here in Brevard, North Carolina, here at Brevard College, on campus here at Ives-Lamel Family Field in the mountains of western North Carolina. Draw control coming here for Moore. And we are off. Ball's up in the air. Kramer going for it. Can't handle it. Chasing it on the ground. Scoops it up. It goes out of her stick. Moore chasing after it, but it'll be Methodist with the possession. That's Julie DeLellis with the ball on the right side coming inside. Coming inside on Hutto. Hutto trying to regain ground and now passes it over. Pass inside. The shot is blocked by Lexi McLaughlin. That was Alasia Ward going for that one, but McLaughlin with her first save early on here, just about 30 seconds in. She lofts a pass downfield, going for more. It'll be over her head. Chasing after it now is Batchelor, and Batchelor will scoop it up and have it on the right side. Now pressed by Moore and Kramer, passing it out. And that is Kendall Cahill with the ball. She passes it over to DeLellis. DeLellis right side now picked up by Collins. Loses it. Nice check by Collins. It's on the ground. DeLellis gets it back. Passes over to the right side now. And that is Ramos with it. Ramos right side coming up, and now we'll pass this one over. Knee. Now Foyles. Foyles passes inside, and that one is taken away by the NATOs. Saved once again. McLaughlin. And now she'll lift another one down the field. Another dangerous pass going for Denega. Can't hit her, and this one's taken by DeLellis. DeLellis in the middle of the field whips this one over, and this one is hauled in by Williams. Williams now streaking inside. Williams trying to get an edge, going inside, shooting and scoring. About a minute and a half into the action, and the Monarchs are on the board first here at Ives Lamel. And it is 1-0 Methodist. After that one, squeaking by Lexi McLaughlin in the net. And really McLaughlin trying to force some of these passes, force the issue down the field. Got to take the safety valves here every once in a while. And DeLella's been coming up big, stealing these passes by McLaughlin right at around midfield every time. 1-0, another draw control coming here for Parker Moore. Denega ready. Kramer ready on the right side. And they will call NATO possession. So Parker Moore's off with it, and the NATOs are on the other side for the first time today. Emily Denega now right side. Denega had a big game with 4 goals against Warren Wilson the other night. Colliver now with it, middle of the field. Passes over to Moore. Moore working the middle. Goes over to Collins. Collins the senior. Weaving inside. Trying to find someone to pass to, looking around, and now she'll back out and go inside. Looking for Graham, can't find her, but Autumn Kramer's right there. Kramer coming off a 7-goal performance. Passes this one, it is in, Parker Moore. Parker Moore with the answer less than a minute later. And we're even up at 1 here on Senior Day. Moore had 7 goals as well against Warren Wilson, reaching 40 on the season for her, and there's 41. The assist goes to Autumn Kramer, just an explosive offensive duo. Kramer obviously only playing in Game 6 of her season, missed a lot of time with a knee injury. She's been as productive as possible since coming back. Her and Moore combining for 20 points against Warren Wilson the other night, and now Moore ready for another draw control at midfield right on the BC logo. Whistles blow, this one's up in the air, and it'll be going the NATO's way again. Moore will gather it and immediately get checked at midfield. She'll go back over to Elise Moore, and Elise Moore will circle back. Being pressured, this pass is going to go right to Ward. Ward right side, passes the left, and it goes awry. Josh Mitchell chasing after it now, and she will be able to scoop it up. So Mitchell gets the ball back for the NATOs here. Tries to pass this one. Dangerous pass going for Graham, and that one's taken away. Foyles with it now. Foyles middle of the field, a big hit. Foyles hits the turf. And she's slow to get up. She is getting up, though. Foyles got hit so hard the goggles came off. Discrepancy with the shot clock here. It'll be Methodist possession. And now passing this one inside. This one is going to be taken away. Denega has it on the right side. Lofting a pass down the field, going for Moore, and Moore will scoop it up. Moore under pressure. 3 defenders coming at her from all angles, a check and a whistle. It'll still be going Brevard's way. Now Moore passes over to Casey Collins, middle of the field. Collins drops the head down and takes off, left side. Right near Morgan Graham. Graham trying to find some space, and now goes over to Colliver. Now Parker Moore on the right side. Going back over to Casey, and now she'll whip it to Denega, who will draw towards the middle. Denega in no hurry here. Still about 55 on the shot clock. Denega tries to make her move, going inside of the right, looking around, firing, and that one's saved. Jim Golombiski with her first save. And it comes about 4 minutes in here with 10:54 and counting to go in the first. This one will be fielded by Ward maybe, and the whistles blow. It will be going Methodist way, and now Ward taking off. Ward left side, at least Moore trying to play catch up, and Ward passes this one. It can't be fielded cleanly, and now backing back out is Ramos. Ramos fires, and that is saved by McLaughlin. Now a free position shot coming here for Methodist. Here it is, and another save by McLaughlin. Lexi McLaughlin doing work so far here in the first. Looking down the field, not seeing much, and now she will go over to the safety valve, Josh Mitchell, but she can't handle it. That one's knocked up in the air. Going for it now is Moore, and it will be taken by Methodist. An open shot coming here, and it is in there. Too close range without any resistance, and Rosa Williams with the goal, and it is 2-1 Monarchs here about 5 minutes in. An interesting note here. Just remember the other night, Lexi McLaughlin gave up 2 early goals against Warren Wilson, and after that, it was all NATOs from that point on. So maybe it's something to do with NATOs not being the fastest of starters. Would love a repeat of Thursday night, or Tuesday night, rather. Moore knocks this one up in the air, chasing after it is Denega, and she'll scoop it up cleanly. Whipping this one over to Moore now. Moore on the left side, going to work, drops the ball, scoops it back up. And now she will try to pass it. Her stick will get hit. It's up in the air, and it'll be going the NATO's way. A whistle blows. Moore is going to tell her to bring it up from the sideline. She passes this one into Savannah Colliver. Colliver, middle of the field now, getting checked, avoiding the check, and another whistle blows, and this will be a foul on Williams. Middle of the field, Parker Moore. Now Casey Collins gets it, and she'll retreat to the middle. Collins passes this one to Denega. Denega gets bumped a little bit, gets hit to the ground, no whistle, and it is Methodist possession. A pass now goes out of the stick of a Methodist player, and it is still on the ground. They're going for it. Casey Collins trying to get it. Graham trying to get it. Moore trying to get it, and now it'll be signaled Methodist way. Or will it? No, it'll be called NATO's ball. Savannah Colliver with it now in the middle of the field. 9 minutes to go in the first. Casey Collins with it. Middle of the field, going over to Denega to her right, and she whips it right back over to Parker Moore. Moore going inside. Kramer can't handle it. Whistles blow. It'll stay with the NATO's. Referees, a lot of activity so far these first few minutes. A lot of contact, physical first quarter. First free position shot for the NATO's, and it'll be Autumn Kramer, who better. 7 goals Tuesday night, and there's another one for her. Autumn Kramer ties this one back up with 8:43 to go in the first. Coming off of a 7-goal performance on the free position shot, Autumn Kramer chips it in. Autumn Kramer just on one right now. Feeling it these last few games. Really, the whole season coming off the injury. Game number 6 for her. And about halfway, a little less than halfway through the first, we are evened up at 2 apiece. Draw control coming here. Moore knocks it up in the air, and it'll be retained by Ramos. Ramos, left side now. Passes this one over. Ward. Now Williams. Williams, right side, passes this one over. Knee. Knee trying to find some space, now retreating. She's checked by Blanton. And now she passes this one over to Foyles. Foyles back to Knee. Knee going inside. Williams shoots and scores. Rosa Williams with another. And it is now 3-2 Monarchs. So it seems both teams constantly answering the other one. And no sort of a steady rhythm being developed for either side on the defensive end. And that is Knee with the assist, by the way, on the goal by Williams. Rosa Williams, a junior attacker out of St. Petersburg, Florida, coming over from James Monroe. .807 to go here in the first. This draw control is knocked up in the air, and it is taken by Kramer, but then knocked out of her stick. It's still on the ground fighting for it. Parker Moore there. It's on the ground again. Autumn Kramer knocks this one up in the air, and Parker Moore going for it, but it'll be taken away by DeLellis. DeLellis passes this one, trying to get it to Williams. It's knocked away. This one now is taken away by Jones. Jones goes over to Ward. To Foyles, now Knee. Knee with it, right side. Passes back over to Foyles. Foyles picked up, nice defense by Josh Mitchell. Foyles looking for someone. She goes over to DeLellis. DeLellis left side. Going in, firing, and this one's high over the goal, but it'll stay with the Monarchs. As Knee is right there. Now Foyles once more. Trying to pass this one over, and this one will go into the net. That is Michaela Ramos, the sophomore, knocking that one in, and all of a sudden the NATO's being doubled up 4-2 with 6:59 to go here in the opening period. That's Foyles with the assist. Now DeLellis and Ward coming off for the moment. Parker Moore ready for another draw control. NATO's trying to get a possession here and get another one in the net. Could do that here with a draw control. Moore knocks this one up in the air. Coming up under it, Denega going for it. It's knocked away. Collins going for it now. Denega scoops it up, and she's got it in the open field. Middle of the field, Emily Denega circling back to her right now. She goes over to Collins in the middle of the field. Collins, pressure coming here from Ramos, but she gets it off to Moore. Now Casey Collins goes over right wing to Denega. Denega thinking about going for it, now passes over to Stavely instead. Now that is Grace Vaught, and a whistle blows. And it looks like it might be a timeout coming here for the NATOs. So
our students make a
little
difference
bit
in
into
the
the
world.
first
They
here,
leave our
6:32 to go in the first, and it is 4-2 Monarchs. NATO's trying to bounce back and cut into this lead here when we get back.
These
to the
turtles,
timeout.
they're
Monarchs
more than
Tornadoes. We'll be
a
right
few
back.
thousand years old. The species was actually a few million years old.
Brevard College is special because of the way we teach, because we have classes that allow us to teach in the way that we like, which is experiential. Where we are, if you like the outdoors, man, we have great luck with cyclists coming here. There's something in the water about cycling in Brevard, or fly fishing, or just hiking. We have outstanding music. The music program here is wonderful. There's just a number of things to be said about Brevard College.
Back here to Ives Amell out of the timeout. 6:32 remaining here in the first. NATO's trailing 4-2 early on here. A couple of saves from Lexi McLaughlin, a goal from Parker Moore, and, of course, a goal from Autumn Kramer. NATO's does some work to do here, though, as they have the possession. This pass goes inside. Denega going for it. Denega shoots, and that one's off the crossbar. And this one was still on the ground and loose. Could be anyone's, and it'll go to the Monarchs. That's Peyton Jones with it coming up the left side, and she is moving. Peyton Jones outrunning everybody. Graham finally catching up to her, trying to check. And Jones will pass over to the left side. Foyles can't handle the pass. She'll grab it and go behind the net. Mitchell in defense. This pass goes over to Neeb. McLaughlin reaching for it. She can't get it. This one's still on the ground. And they will not get a shot off. Lexi McLaughlin able to successfully steal that one. And now looking for a pass is Lexi. No one coming towards her for help. And she will pass this one over to Colliver, but it's out of her reach, and it'll go right back to the Monarchs. Peyton Jones. Jones coming inside, one-on-one. The shot is good. Peyton Jones showing some athleticism on those last few possessions, and it is 5-2 Monarchs here with 5:33 to go in the first, and the NATO's got to stop the bleeding on the defensive end. Missed opportunities so far for the Tornadoes, and a couple of passes going awry. And so we'll have another draw control coming in midfield after that one. A 3-0 run for the Monarchs after it was 2-2. And now they find themselves up 5-2. Already 8 shots for the Monarchs, only 4 for the Tornadoes. And Parker Moore ready for another draw control here at midfield, with Kramer and Denega on looking and waiting to her sides. This one goes up in the air, and it will be on the ground and knocked right to Autumn Kramer. Kramer avoiding the check, middle of the field, and now gets space and passes this one over to Emily Denega. Denega left wing, and she'll set up shop and thinks about a pass. Now does pass over to Moore in the middle. She retreats to her left. Now Collins. Methodist defense tightening up a little bit here the last few minutes as Savannah Colliver gets this one middle of the field. Now goes right back to Denega on the right. Denega passes this one. Moore making her move, going inside, now pushes back out. Over to Graham, now Colliver. Colliver over to Stavely behind the net, looking for an angle, going around herself, now getting pressed, and goes over to Casey Collins. Collins now left side. 43 on the shot clock still. Pass inside. Kramer can't handle it. It's out of her stick. It's back in her stick. She passes this one to Graham. Graham passing over to Moore. Moore, nice little head fake, going inside, shooting. It's on the ground. This one is knocked away. Chasing after it is Casey Collins, and she's got it, and they reset. Morgan Graham with it now on the left side. Graham thinking about it now, stepping back, getting checked, losing the ball, and that one's taken away by Methodist. That's Tia Marlinghouse. Marlinghouse now middle of the field. Another fast Monarch. Elise Moore trying to close in. She passes over the head of Mitchell. Going inside now, foils, and a whistle will be blown. 4:01 to go here in the first. Free position shot is blocked, saved by McLaughlin. Going for it now is Elise Moore trying to get the ball. A Monarch is on the ground. It looks like foils, and a whistle blows, presumably against the NATOs. 3:46 and counting to go here in the first. NATO's trailing at 5-2 and trying to get the ball back on the offensive end, but committing fouls at the moment as this pass goes over to Nee. It's knocked up in the air. Blanton fighting for it. Nee gets it back. Nee looking for a pass. She's under pressure. Now is going to go inside herself. She passes this one over, and the shot is good by Ramos once again, her second, and it is 6-2. Monarchs here with 3:24 to go in the first. And so the NATOs defensively really porous right now. And got to find a way to create some offense and get some stops if you want to stay in this game here on Senior Day. Parker Moore coming over now. And the NATOs disperse from the goal finally. That's Nee's second assist. Kayla Nee, a sophomore out of Hampstead, North Carolina. Coming over from Topsail. 6-2 Brevard in favor of the NATOs for draw controls, at least. A department that they are winning in, but a 6-2 Monarch advantage on the scoreboard right now. Something to take care of here. Moore knocks this one up in the air, and it's taken straight in by Ramos, coming right off the goal. Ramos whips this one over to the right side. Nee now looking over to the middle, and she's got DeLellis. DeLellis going back over to Ramos. Now Williams. Williams a pass, and someone got hit. Middle of the field getting up slowly there is Ward. It'll be a yellow. So free position shot here coming for Ward. With 3:04 to go in the first. Going inside, the shot is good by Williams, and it is 7-2. Monarchs here in the first with 2:55 to go. A 5-0 run now for the Monarchs, and the NATOs got to get something going here. Rosa Williams knocks in another. And that's Ramos on the assist. Rosa Williams already with 4 of the 7 Monarch goals. And Ramos with 2 goals and an assist. As Parker Moore gets ready for another draw control here, 6-3 in favor of the NATOs in that department. Knocked up in the air, and Danega going for it, can't handle it. Now DeLellis has it, and another face-off or draw control win for the Monarchs. DeLellis going coast to coast, gets knocked to the ground by Graham. And another foul coming against the NATOs. DeLellis pass over to Ward. Ward going inside. Ramos tries to pass this one over to Williams and does. And now Nee has it. Nee pass inside. Can't be handled. It's picked up by Mitchell. A whistle blows, and it'll be going the NATOs' way. Looks like a yellow card actually coming. And it'll be against Methodist. It'll be against Tia Marlinghouse. .2:16 to go here in the first. NATO's trailing at 7-2 as Danega tries to make her move and does to the middle of the field. Williams chasing from behind now. Pass over to Blanton. She can't handle it. She does scoop it up, though. Now Blanton falling. It's out of her stick, and it is taken by Methodist. That is Ansley McGinn. And now Ramos, middle of the field, passes over to her left. That's Foyles. Mitchell in defense. And now Foyles turns the corner on her. Going inside. Now she fires. It's coming out of her stick, but it will be recovered by knee and stay with the Monarchs with 1:48 to go here in the first. Knee tries to get position, going inside, firing, shooting, and scoring. 8-2 Monarchs here in the first. And this was a 2-2 ball game at one point, folks, and just an unfortunate turn of events right now for the Tornadoes here in the back half of the first. Find themselves down 6 goals as Danny Stavely comes back on. So a minute 30 to go in the first here. 8-2 Monarchs as Parker Moore set. For a draw control here. This one up in the air and taken by Denega. Denega passes this one over to Kramer. Kramer over to Moore. Moore coming inside, suffocating defense, trying to go to Kramer. This one's on the ground, and it'll be scooped up and saved by Stavely, who goes over to Casey Collins. The interior defense by the Monarchs has just been locked down. As Moore passes inside, going for Collins. Can't handle it, but it goes right to Denega. Now going inside Graham. She loses it, and a whistle blows. Stavely was right there to go for it, but it'll be a foul against the Monarchs. A free position shot coming from Morgan Graham here on senior day. See if she can capitalize and record another goal. As Graham goes inside and loses the ball. It's going for Collins. Graham going for it now. Collins has it. Going inside. Getting hit. Ball's on the ground. Now up in the air. Going for it is Methodist. This is a check coming by Kramer, and Methodist will retain the possession. McGinn on the right side. Ainsley. Grace Blanton chasing her. Blanton has the angle, a check coming, and now she gets the pass off to Knee. Knee going inside, passing over to her right. That's Ramos. Ramos looking for Foyles, can't find her, but Foyles will be able to track this one down on the far side. Now losing the ball, and Vaught watched and couldn't do anything about it. Can't cross the line as Foyles going inside. 7 seconds left in the quarter. Foyles looking for somebody. Now going in. The shot is offline. 1, and that will be the quarter. So a rough end of the first quarter for the Tornadoes. They find themselves down 8-2 after 1 in a ball game that was tied 2-2. Nado's got to figure out some things on both ends and get the interior offense working right. Try and crawl back into this one here on senior day. Ives Lamel Family Field here. Matchup between the Monarchs and the Tornadoes here. Senior day for the Brevard College Women's Lacrosse team, and we'll be right back. Back here at Ivesville Family Field. Second quarter of action between the Tornadoes and the Monarchs. 8-2 lead for the Monarchs after one. Ball game was tied up at 2-2, and an explosive run by the Methodist Monarchs has them out in front 8-2 comfortably here in the second, but the NATO's going to try and rebound here. This one goes up in the air, and it will be taken by the NATO's, Parker Moore. Moore left side, going over to Stavely now. Stavely over to Moore, and now Rosado calling for White to settle. And now Collins to Colliver around the horn over to Graham. Graham right wing, now Colliver up top, Collins once more. Collins veers in a little bit and slows it down. Getting pressed, nice defense there. Going over to Colliver, now Collins once again. Collins was looking for Kramer, couldn't find her. Now getting hit, going for Kramer. A lot of contact, no call. And Autumn Kramer with the ball on the left side. Casey Collins gets it back and dumps it right off to Colliver. Going inside now for Kramer. Kramer can't handle it, now does. Going inside, Kramer now getting hit. A whistle blows, and it'll be a foul coming against the Monarchs. Free position shot here coming for Kramer. She fires and hits it. Autumn Kramer with her second goal of the ball game, both coming off free position shots. And maybe the NATOs have a little mojo going here early on in the second, trying to crawl back out of this deficit. They snap a 6-0 run by the Monarchs, and it is now 8-3. NATO's inching a little bit closer. Another draw control coming here at midfield. Referee offering some instructions. This one goes up in the air and taken away by Moore once again. NATO's with the possession. Moore loses the ball, now going for it, scoops it back up, getting checked from behind, losing her balance, now gets it over to Collins on the right side. Collins over to Parker Moore. Now over to Denega. Denega trying to make her move and does. Gets the corner, falling, gets hit, no call. Now Stavely with the ball behind the goal, going over to Collins. Collins trying to get the angle. This one's knocked down. Going for it now is Stavely. She can't get it. It's on the ground, and it'll be going Methodist way. Pass will be hauled in there by number 13, Paige Camerson, and this one is lifted over to, whoa, nice move there by Peyton Jones. Jones in the middle of the field. She's moving again. Peyton Jones, the fastest player on the field right now, it appears. Jones lifts this one over to Knee. Knee, a spike shot goes into the net, and the answer there for the Monarchs immediately from the NATO's third goal makes it a 9-3 game with 12:55 to go here in the first half. Peyton Jones showing off the wheels for the Methodist Monarchs. Peyton Jones, a sophomore out of Wilmington, North Carolina. And some fans becoming a little at unrest here. Knee with 2 goals and 2 assists now. Peyton Jones with the goal and assist on the afternoon, and this one goes up in the air. It's Jones, but it'll stay going the Methodist way as Denega hit the ground. Jones now trying to make a move, going inside, looking, whipping, and not able to hit it. A whistle blows, though. So it'll be another free position shot for the Monarchs, this time Peyton Jones. Jones going inside, and she will score. Crafty shot there, and it makes it a 10-3 ball game with 12:40 to go in the half. Ten to 3, Monarch lead here. Jones coming off the field, big playmaker right now for the Monarchs. 2 goals, an assist, and just some absolute speed out there. As another draw control coming here with 12:41 remaining in half number 1. This one goes up in the air, and it will be taken in by Casey Collins. Nifty little pass over to Blanton. Blanton slowing it down, losing the ball, falling again. Blanton on the turf, and now going for it is Ward. Ball still up in the air. Blanton fighting for it. It's back up in the air, and it is taken by Methodist. Knee on the right side. Trying to pursue the inside and can't find any space. Picked up by Graham. Now she'll go over behind the net, passing over, and this one will be taken by, not sure. This one's still on the ground. Colliver chasing for it. Now Williams has it. A lot of physical play here so far in the first half as Foyles gets this one going inside. The wide open shot as McLaughlin over pursued, and that is a goal for Ramos, and it is now 11 to 3 Monarchs, and this one getting a little bit away from the Tornadoes right now. And the assist will go to Foyles there. Another draw control coming here, and the NATOs do lead in that department 10-5. This time it'll be Autumn Kramer going for this one after it has previously been Moore all game. This similar switch happened against Warren Wilson. And funnily enough, when that switch happened, when Kramer started handling draw controls, the NATOs started scoring a lot of goals. We'll see if we can do that here as Kramer goes for it, and whistle blows. It'll be called Brevard possession. Parker Moore with the ball, now going over to Casey Collins. Now Colliver, right back over to Collins. Now Graham. Up top to Moore. 11:23 and counting to go. A pass is intercepted by the Monarchs. And now out of the range of Delelis, but she will be able to catch up to it. Blanton and Mitchell both couldn't get there. Delelis now passes this one over to the right side to Knee. Knee now over to Ward. Ward, a whistle's blown. Looks like it'll be another free position shot for the Monarchs, and it'll be Marlinghouse, I believe, taking this one. No, it won't be a free position shot. As the ball comes back into play, Marlinghouse passes back over to Ramos. Ramos now goes over to Ward. Now Delelis. Knee. Knee over to Foyles. Foyles pass that one inside, and now the shot is good. I believe that is Ramos once again. It is 12-3, folks. Monarchs leading here by 9 on Senior Day over the Tornadoes. Assist going to Foyles once again here. 4 goals for Ramos now. 3 assists for Foyles. And so Kramer ready for another draw control here. Whistle blows. This one goes high up in the air and is taken away by Ramos. Methodist with the possession once again. Right side, Ramos. Being picked up by Denega. She passes this one over to Nee. Nice catch. Nee inside, pass to Jones, and she can't handle it. This one will go out over to Marlinghouse, who goes over to Foyle. Foyle inside, Foyle shooting and scoring. Stavely got knocked down, but the goal will be good. And it is 13-3 Monarchs in a barrage right now. Here at Ives Lamel Family Field on Senior Day, NATO's finding themselves down 13-3. And the running clock is in order now. Under 10 minutes to go in the first half. Another draw control coming here at midfield. Whistle blows. And they will call it Brevard possession. Kramer passes over to Denega, left side. A 12th draw control win there for the NATOs, by the way, as Kramer has it in the middle of the field. 9:08 to go. Now Kramer trying to weave her way inside, passing this one over to Moore. Maybe wanting a foul there. Moore getting checked now, going over to Colliver. Colliver back over to Moore, and it's intercepted. Coming down the field now, blowing by Stavely and Blanton, is Jasmine Henry. Henry pass over to Foyles. Foyles going inside. This one is saved by McLaughlin. McLaughlin passing this one down the field, and it'll go right to the Monarchs. Peyton Jones right there to intercept it. Jones passing this one inside. Foyles going to get another opportunity, going to score again. And it is 14-3. Monarchs leading it, and this one just getting further and further away from the Tornadoes right now. Under 8 minutes to go in the half. Running clock once again is in order now, and it is 14-3 Methodist. NATO's 12 draw control wins, and here's another draw control opportunity. This one goes up in the air and is taken by Denega. So win number 13 on the draw controls for the Tornadoes. As Denega weaving, losing the ball. Grace Vaught going for it, and a whistle will blow. Now this one pass going awry, and it'll be taken by Casey Collins. Collins passes inside Kramer. Kramer trying to find space. She's knocked to the ground. Still no whistles. And it'll go over to Parker Moore. Collins tries, passes one over to Kramer. It's out of her reach. Going for it now is Grace Vaught. Vaught will scoop it up, and it'll stay with the Tornadoes. Vaught trying to pass it. It falls out of her stick. She loses it. And now Megan Cox passes this one over to Ramos. Ramos right side now. Blanton trying to get in position. This pass goes over to Ward. Ward passes inside to Knee. Knee passes to Foils. Foils shoots and Foils scores. Foils with another goal, and it is 15-3 Methodist here. Three goals and 3 assists for Foils. .5:30 to go here in the first half. 23 shots for the Monarchs, only 6 for the Tornadoes. Although 6 saves for the Nados, only 2 for the Monarchs. And it'll be a face-off win for the Nados again, number 14 in that department as Kramer has it. Kramer looking and now will spin over to the right, now try and pass this one. It'll go over the head of her intended target, but we'll go to Stavely. Stavely had Williams running up on her from behind, and now she's sort of walled off and has to pass this one over to Moore. Now Collins on the right side. Moore has it up top. Now Emily Denega. 4:37 and counting to go here in the first half. 15-3 Methodist lead as this pass goes inside to Collins. Collins passes this one over to Kramer. Now over to Parker Moore. Moore going inside. Kramer can't handle it. Picks it back up. Going for it. And has it once again. Going inside Denega. Denega shoots. Denega scores. Nados finally get another one back up on the board, and it's 15-4. Emily Denega with a goal there. And now once again, her, Moore, and Kramer in the scoring. For much of the first half, last Tuesday, it was those three contributing to the scoring against Warren Wilson, and more of the same story here. Parker Moore with the first goal, Autumn Kramer with the next two, and now Emily Denega with one, and it's 15-4 Monarchs with 3:49 to go in the half. Autumn Kramer also gets her second assist, so 4 points for her. This one goes up in the air, and it will be taken by Delelis. A ball falling there on defense, and this one goes over to Ramos. Right side going for Ward. It's out of her reach, but she will be able to recover and scoop it up. Going inside now is Ward. And she will shoot and will not hit, but a Monarch right there in the area, and it'll stay with Methodist. Ramos passes this one up top. Delelis going inside, trying to get an angle. Ball comes out. It's scooped up by Blanton. Now McLaughlin. And McLaughlin with it, looking for a pass. Picked up by Williams. Williams with some aggressive defense. And McLaughlin will pass this one. It'll be over the head of Elise Moore, but Josh Mitchell right there to get it on the far side. Passing this one over to Collins. Collins over to Stavely. Stavely middle of the field, using her length to her advantage, screaming down the field. And now goes over to Parker Moore with 2:05 to go in the half. Collins up top, going inside for Kramer. She can't handle it. This one's taken away. And no, it's still up in the air on the ground. Now it is taken away by Methodist. A hard check, and it'll be a blown whistle once again with 1:45 and counting to go in the half. Methodist ball as Batchelor with this one. Batchelor lost a pass over the head of Mitchell over to Ward. Ward in space now, passing this one over the head of Knee, and McLaughlin will get to that one. McLaughlin looking for a pass, looking for some communication, it looks like. McLaughlin lofts this one out of the reach of Blanton and taken right back by the Monarchs. Paige Camerson. Now Williams goes over to the left side to Foils. Williams passes this one. The shot to Lillis is good. 16-4 Monarchs here. The goal there coming from DeLillis as Danny Stavely coming off. Clock running, and we'll see if we even get this draw control off. 15 seconds remaining in the half. NATO's trailing at 16-4, and it looks like we might. 5 seconds, we will. It's up in the air. It's taken by Peyton Jones. 1 second. She passes. Williams gets hit. And that will be the half. Here at half, not a lot to write home about for the NATOs here on Senior Day. 16-4 Monarch lead. A goal from Parker Moore, a couple goals from Autumn Kramer, and a goal as well from Emily Denega. But the NATOs find themselves in a big hole in a running clock situation as we head to the second half. But Coach Rosado and the team will look to pick things up in half number 2. 16-4 Monarchs. We'll take a little break. Got some messages here for you from Brevard College. And we will be back in just about 10 minutes for second half action. NATOs and Monarchs here from Isla Mel Family Field.
The Brevard College Wilderness Leadership and Experiential Education program is the most distinctive in the nation. I think one of the reasons why is because it is so focused on experiential education in addition to the outdoor education component. They are developing their leadership skills out in the field with each other.
My internship was on Schooner Lynx. She's a 122-foot topsail schooner. She's a replica of an 1812 privateer. My job on Lynx this summer was a deckhand, and because of the skills that I've learned at Brevard College, such as program planning and lesson planning and different techniques to teaching to different ages and different types of people, I was promoted to the job of educator. This summer, my professor, John Buford, knew that I'd be at sea quite a bit, and he really worked with me. And when I would come into port, I would call him, he would always answer. He was really quick to respond with my emails, and not just to say I got your email, but he would talk about what was going on and ask me questions. And it was really cool to have somebody like that to support me for the summer and really help me succeed.
You should come to Brevard College in the Wilderness Leadership and Experiential Education program because you will become a leader, a strong, ethical leader. And that can be applied to any field, anywhere you go, whatever you do in your professional career. And it'll be a whole lot of fun as you learn those skills.
Anybody who is interested in leadership skills and outdoor skills should definitely think about Brevard. It's an incredible place and a great place to be a part of.
One of the hardest things that every college student experiences when they first come to college is, what am I going to do with my life? What am I going to study? What am I going to be good at? And here at Brevard, you can take a music class, a wilderness education class, environmental science, English, anything. Unique experiential education. You meet with your professors, you meet with students that you actually see every day. You get to excel in the subject that you chose.
Finding a way to mix my passion for mountain biking, art, and career together really happened during my internship.
You should come to Brevard College because you will become a leader, a strong ethical leader. And that can be applied to any field, anywhere you go, whatever you do in your professional career.
Here's a recipe for success here. It's great.
Before I got to Brevard College, I didn't know what experiential learning even was. We have all the rivers, Pisgah National Forest, DuPont State Forest, just all the resources are around us. So the location is why environmental studies is so great here.
With experiential learning, it's not always field-based. We do quite a few things in the lab as well, so you get opportunities to do hands-on research in the lab. But whenever possible, when you can get outdoors and see what's actually happening, it's different based on the conditions that are outdoors, and you can never predict those. So a day that it's raining and cold, you're going to see different activity levels among the animals and plants than if it's a day that's sunny and warm. The courses that I teach are all based in the outdoors. My specialty is biodiversity, so I teach a course in biodiversity, but I also teach courses that are unique to the area that are called Plants and Animals of the Southern Appalachians. Here at Brevard College, one of the things that we do really well is interact with these students who are undergraduates in a way that prepares them for graduate programs. That's what we can do at Brevard College. We can get these students who are interested in a particular area, help them find a path that is tying together their interest with what our background, the backgrounds of the professors can do, and then position that student in a way that few undergraduates can be positioned to go on to a graduate program or to go directly into the field.
Mill Family Field. NATO's trailing 16-4. As we enter the second half, a running clock is still in motion here for the ball game, and the NATO's limited offensive production, but when they have gotten it, it's been 2 goals from Autumn Kramer, a goal from Parker Moore, as well as a goal from Emily Denega. And speaking of Autumn Kramer, she's about ready for a draw control here at midfield. (16-4) as this draw control is knocked up in the air and controlled by Methodist. That's Jasmine Henry, and she passes this one over the head of Delelis, and it's taken in by Ramos. Ramos passes this one over to Nee. And this one is knocked up in the air and taken away by the NATOs. That's Grace Blanton, who shoves this one off to McLaughlin, who lofts one down the field. Nice pass over to Casey Collins. Collins lifts one over to Graham. Graham can't handle it, but scoops it back up. Now back on the ground. Fighting for it is Graham and Delelis, and it's taken away by Methodist. A check here coming from Graham. A whistle blows, and it'll stay with Methodist. And now Ramos with the ball on the left side, picked up by Blanton. Passing this one over now. Running inside, shooting and scoring is Macy Blackburn. And it's 17-5 Monarchs. (17-6) Monarch, or 17-4 Monarchs here, rather. Excuse me. Running clock still going here. That was shot number 26 for Methodist. Draw control coming here for Autumn Kramer, coming off the Methodist goal. Clock continues to tick here in the third, and that one's taken away by Methodist. Pass goes over the head of Ramos. Now chasing after it is Josh Mitchell, but beating her to the spot is Blackburn. Now she passes over to Marlinghouse. Tia Marlinghouse passes this one inside. It's knocked up in the air, and it is taken by Grace Blanton, who passes this one over to Graham. Graham now passes over to McLaughlin, and she floats another one down the field, and nice pass to Collins. Collins gets hit, and she'll take off with the ball. Denega being chased from behind. She passes this one just in time over to Parker Moore. Now Autumn Kramer in the open field. Kramer now getting cornered, and she'll pass this one over to Moore. Moore getting harassed. She passes over to Colliver. Colliver inside Collins. Collins shoots, and just a bit far right. We'll see if it stays in the NATOs or not. 2 players were close in the area, and it will stay with the Tornadoes. Kramer looking, a whistle blows, and it'll be a call against the Monarchs. Free position shot coming here for Autumn Kramer. She goes inside, she shoots and cannot hit. A rare miss for Autumn Kramer on the free position shot. And now the pass looking for Marlinghouse. She can't get it. Denega's got it now on a steal. Going over to Moore. Moore passes over to Colliver. The interior has just been completely locked up by Methodist as Kramer tries to pass this one. It is up in the air. Kramer's got it back. And Kramer passes this one inside. Colliver shoots, and it's deflected. Now going forward is Moore. It's on the ground, and it will be a foul called once again. Free position shot coming here now. Once again for the NATOs, and it is saved. DeLellis has it, tries to pass it over to Ramos, and it will stay in bounds. No, it won't. It'll be going the NATO's way. Pass by Graham is over to Kramer. She can't handle it. It's on the ground and still on the ground, and then finally taken by Kendall Cahill. And now it's back on the ground, but Cahill's got it back. Cahill passes this one over out of the reach and knocked out of bounds by Autumn Kramer. She was going for Jasmine Henry there. Henry couldn't corral it, but then Kramer knocks it out. And this pass going over for Williams and DeLellis, and now it is taken away. Blanton coming in and intercepting it. Blanton passes this one over to Kramer. Kramer running into traffic immediately. Tries to go back to Blanton. It's out of her stick. Scooping it back up. Blanton passing it to Collins, point-blank range. Now going over to Parker Moore. Parker Moore on the left side. She gets checked from behind and loses the ball. It's on the ground. Tries to scoop it up and can't, then does scoop it up. Moore inside on the left, getting checked hard, coming inside, trying to find an angle. Shoots, can't hit. And this one will roll out of bounds, out of play, and it'll be going Methodist way. Pass middle of the field now over to Camerson. Camerson over to Knee. Knee trying to get position right side. A little bit of a Euro step there, and foul called against Hutto. NATO's fans growing a little bit uneasy. Not exactly sure the significance of calls in a 13-point game. But nevertheless, NATO's fans unhappy here. And the referee's having a bit of a discussion about something. And it looks like the call benefited the NATO's anyways. Savannah Colliver will bring it up. And it goes over the head of Blanton. Blanton hasn't been able to reach a couple of tough passes in this one. And now this one is taken in by McGinn. McGinn over to the middle of the field. Now DeLellis has it going over to the left side of Ramos. Inside Marlinghouse trying to get space and cannot, and it'll go over to Knee instead. Knee losing the ball. Hutto in pursuit. Ball still on the ground. Knee chasing after it. She's got it back. Knee cradling. Right side. Blackburn passes over Marlinghouse on the ground. Going for it now. Colliver. Picked up and taken by Lexi McLaughlin. McLaughlin still very hesitant on these passes, and they're clearing out really fast. McLaughlin still looking for someone, and now passes this one into traffic. It's on the ground. Going for it now is Moore, and she's got it. Parker Moore bringing it up the field on the far side. Now passes over to Collins, almost intercepted, dangerous pass. Now Collins has it though, goes over to Denega. She loses it, now goes over to Autumn Kramer. Kramer trying to pass it, it's on the ground and it's taken away by Methodist once more. That's Kendall Cahill. Cahill over to Williams. Blanton gets crossed over. And now Williams losing the ball. Blanton fighting for it, scoops it away. Chasing after it now is Josh Mitchell. Mitchell able to scoop this one up. Mitchell, beware of the check, now passes over to Collins. Collins to Moore. Denega in the open, loses the ball, scoops it back up, fires and can't hit. This one going out of play. It'll stay with the Tornadoes, I believe. It will. Pass inside, taken by Grace Vaught. Vaught over to Stavely. Now Colliver. Over to Graham. Now Denega. Moore Moore chasing inside, and this one will be knocked on the ground, and DeLellis has it. Bringing it out the field for Methodist. She loses the ball and now gets it back and goes over to Ramos. Ramos at around midfield makes a move on Mitchell, getting checked from behind, losing the ball. It's on the ground. Mitchell still harassing. Ramos has it. Whistles were blowing. And it looks like a timeout's going to be called for Methodist. 6-minute mark here in the third. NATO's trailing 17-4. And we'll be right back here from Ives Lamel. Back here at Ives Lamel, 6-minute mark here in the third. NATO's trailing at 17-4. As DeLellis brings this one up, no, Ward rather. And now Marlinghouse passes over to the other side, going inside Blackburn. Blackburn loses the ball. On the ground is a tornado, but Emily Denega has it. And she passes this one over to Casey Collins, who drops her head and heads toward the middle of the field. Check coming from behind. Peyton Jones, nice check, taken away. And now Jones picks it up. And here she goes. She's got wheels, but she won't use them here. She'll pass it over to McGinn. McGinn trying to get position, going inside Blackburn. Now fires again and will score. Macy Blackburn, a freshman out of Sparrows Point, Maryland. And just like that, it's 18-4. 18-4 Monarchs here as the clock continues to tick. Draw control coming here at midfield. This one taken by Methodist. Ward now has it knocked out of her hand. Mitchell going for it. A whistle blows. It'll be going the NATO's way. No, it'll be going Methodist's way. The foul was called on the NATO's. Peyton Jones the ball in the middle of the field with 4:14 to go here in the third. Knee passes this one over to Blackburn, who just scored. Now going for Marlinghouse. It's out of her reach. Peyton Jones knocks this one up in the air and has it to herself. Left side goes over to Ward. Now going inside is Jones. She'll back out and pass it over to Ward. Ward, nice move. Ward going inside. Fires, can't hit, but it'll stay with the Monarchs. Pass inside Jones. Jones trying to shoot, cannot. This one gets knocked away. Knee going for it. And now passing it back out is McGinn. And now Foyles has it, passes over Ward. Ward shoots, Ward scores. 19-4 Methodist. 3:08 to go here in the third. Not much to talk about here for the Tornadoes so far this afternoon. Just not a performance to look back on. As Colliver comes off, the clock continues to run. We're under 3 minutes to go in the third. Draw control coming here. And it'll be going the NATO's way. Or Methodist, rather. One referee pointed one way, the other one pointed another. Foyles over to knee. Now Blackburn. Blackburn tries to fit a pass in and can't, but it'll go right to Shuffler. And a foul called. Whistle's blowing. And now pass goes over to Foyles. Foyles, nice pass, fit in there, and a nice save there by Alexi McLaughlin. McLaughlin lofts this one, looking for Stavely. Stavely can't get it, and it goes right into the stick of Megan Cox. Cox passes Jones, almost made an athletic play to get that one, but rolls it right to McLaughlin with 1:23 to go and counting in the third. McLaughlin tries to fire this one. It falls out of her stick. Gets it back, and now will float this one, and it'll go to over the head of Morgan Graham and right into the hands of Ramos. Ramos now getting checked. Ball is out, and a whistle blows. It'll stay with the Monarchs. Less than a minute to go here in the third. Another whistle. And for a 19-4 game, these referees are awfully active right now. Ramos in the open field, passes over to her left to Ward. Ward passes inside. The shot is good, and that is Alex Shuffler, a freshman, scoring and making it 20-4 here at Ives Lamel. Draw control coming here at midfield. We'll see if they get it off. 5 seconds remaining in the quarter. It'll be Peyton Jones, and this one's knocked up in the air, and that'll be it for the third. 20-4 Tornadoes, or 20-4 Monarchs. Tornadoes trailing as we head to the fourth, and we'll be right back here from Ives Lamel Family Field. Senior day here for the women's lacrosse team. Back here for the final quarter of action here, and looks all but decided as we head to the final 15-minute frame here. 20-4 Methodist Monarch lead. This one goes up in the air, and it is taken away by Marlinghouse. Methodist hasn't taken their foot off the gas pedal yet, as Foyles passes this one, and it will be saved by Knee on the baseline. Knee over to the left side to Foyles. Inside, shooting, Ramos not able to hit. It'll stay with the Monarchs, though. Knee is right there. Peyton Jones, free opportunity or free position shot. Can't hit it, but she's able to get her own rebound, and now passes this one over. Mitchell making contact there, trying to get it as Shuffler, and now Jones will end up with it. She's all over the place. Left side, Foyles now. Inside, Jones. Jones scoop shot is good. 21-4. And once again, the Methodists keeping their foot on the gas pedal. A little bit classless to me, but still both teams playing hard, I guess. The 21-4 lead. For Methodist, and they just keep pushing the pace and keep scoring the ball. About 2 minutes in to the fourth here, as this one goes up in the air and is taken by Denega. Denega left side. Tries to fit a pass inside to Kramer, and cannot. It's up in the air, it's loose, and it is going to be taken away by Denega. Nice play by Emily there. And this one goes over to Collins, now Moore. Moore going up top to Colliver. And now Morgan Graham, the senior, playing her final quarter of lacrosse of her career. Same for Casey Collins. And now a foul. Moore has it, passing over left side, looking for Colliver. She gets hit, and a foul is called. Free opportunity or free position shot here coming for Colliver. She shoots, she can't hit. Ball's on the ground and taken by Methodist. Batchelor passes this one, and now some hard contact. And Megan Cox passes this one over. Now Peyton Jones has it in the middle of the field, streaking. Being chased from behind from Collins. She passes, and inside Knee has it. She gets hit. This ball's on the ground. McLaughlin has it, and now she's defended tightly by Danielle Jones. She'll off this one down the field, and it'll go right into the stick of Morgan Graham. Graham now passes the left side, Parker Moore. Moore cutting back now. A little bit less than 5 minutes into the fourth here. Casey Collins, the senior, on the right side, passes over, and this one's knocked up in the air and almost rolling into the goal off of the pass or off the deflection there. But instead, this will be a pass over to Henry. Henry tight-roping the sideline, goes over, and it'll be taken by Ramos. Ramos, middle of the field, passes over to the right side looking for Nee. McLaughlin chasing after it. She can't get it. Now Nee gets to it. Nee over. The shot is going to spike, but it'll go right to Foils, and she's got it on the left side, picked up by Elise Moore. Nee once again with the ball, tries to pass it, and it's taken away by McLaughlin. Timeout coming here for the Natives with 9:25 remaining. Finding themselves down 21-4 here on Senior Day. All that's really left to do is play these final minutes out. A tough one here so far for the Tornadoes, and we'll be right back here from Ives Lamel. Back for remaining fourth quarter action here. Pass going up in the air, and Parker Moore has it. Moore over to Graham. Graham tries to pick it up off a hop and does. Now passes out over to Denago on the left side. Denaga, left side, tries to make a move and does, goes inside, fires, and is too high. Almost had the fifth one there for the Natos. And instead, it'll be Batchelor. Gives it up to the goalkeeper, and now she passes out to Marlinghouse. Marlinghouse running by Collins. Middle of the field, long strides. She's fast too. Passing inside, and it'll go right to Foils, who goes over the shot. Balelis, and she cannot hit. And now the pass inside looking for Foils. She's got it, and she comes around the corner. And with less than 8 minutes to go, she passes this one over to Delelis. Delelis going inside, looking, firing, shooting, can't hit. Ball is on the ground, and McLaughlin's got it. McLaughlin passes one down the field, looking for Moore and hitting Moore. Moore getting checked, holding onto the ball. Now she passes this one over to Casey Collins. Nice movement here from the Tornadoes. Collins goes back over right side to Moore. Moore over to Denega, right side. Less than 7 minutes to go in this one. NATO's here in their final contest against the Monarchs. As this one is Moore going inside. Moore trying to shoot. Can't get it, but Casey Collins right there, so it'll stay with the Tornadoes. .26 seconds left on the shot clock, 6.5 to go in the ball game. Collins coming around, fires off the crossbar. Casey Collins almost had her one there, but instead it'll be Batchelor running up the field with Vaught chasing her. Vaught does not check. And now Batchelor picked up by Elise Moore. Moore passes, and this one will go out of play and be NATO's ball. McLaughlin with the ball. Looking for Graham and not able to find her. Coming after it now is Wyke, and she can't get it. Ball's still up in the air. Kramer was in the area. Instead, it'll go to Marlinghouse and go Methodist way. Ball's knocked out. Ball's up in the air. Going for it is Wyke, but it'll be DeLillis with it. Middle of the field now. Casey Collins awaits her, and now she presses her, gets the ball. Josh Mitchell has it now. Mitchell loses the ball momentarily, gets it back. Mitchell, middle of the field, avoiding checks. Mitchell still going. Passing it over, looking for Kramer. It's on a bounce. Kramer going for it. Kramer tries to scoop it up. It's still on the ground. It is going to be taken by Autumn Kramer. Nice effort there. Under 5 to go now. Kramer tries to make a move inside, spinning. She's got 2 goals on the day. Tries to pass this one over to Moore. She can't handle it, but then does. And a foul called here against Methodist with 4:43 to play. Kramer, free position shot here. With 4:25 to go. She's made 2 of these and missed one, and she's going to make this one. A hat trick for Autumn Kramer here on senior day. And she's got goal number 5 for the Tornadoes, goal number 3 for herself. And with 4:07 and counting to go, it's 21-5 Monarchs. Wind starting to pick up a little bit here at Ives Lamel. .342 and counting here. That's a draw control coming in midfield. Moore knocks this one up in the air. It's taken by no one yet. Still up in the air. Chasing after it is DeLillis and Casey Collins, and DeLillis will come away with it. Passing over, looking for Ramos. It's on the ground, going for it. Was Blanton. She couldn't get there. Wind really picking up now as Peyton Jones gets it. And a foul called. Not sure what it is here. Looks like Morgan Graham will head to the back line. Jones passes this one over to DeLillis, 2:52 and counting to go. Shot there is offline by Morgan Eggleston, a senior. A pass inside, going for Jones. Jones can't handle it. McLaughlin going for it. It's on the ground, and it'll be going NATO's way. McLaughlin fires this one over to Lexi Blanton. Or Grace Blanton, rather, sorry. And now this one going over to Denega. Denega open field. It's a foot race. The shot is no good. It's saved there by Ashley Fuentes. And this one, hard contact there. Hard hit there on Jasmine Henry, the freshman. Less than 2 minutes to go. Autumn Kramer heading off. Kramer not happy as she heads off and gets a little break. DeLillis passes this one. Jones back shoulder, tried to catch it, couldn't, but is able to scoop it up off the ground. Jones passes this one over. Nice catch there. And now back inside. Schaffler passes to Jones. Jones shoots, can't hit. And it'll stay with the Monarchs with 1:36 to go. Another goal knocked in. That is Ramos. Once again, and it is 22-5. Monarchs with 1:15 to go. And this one just about over. Has been over for a while, but it is now actually almost over. Clock nearly at 0. Less than a minute to go here. Draw control coming at midfield for Parker Moore and Ramos. Ramos just scored that goal. This one knocked up in the air and taken by the NATOs. Parker Moore, 40 seconds. Moore over to Collins. 30 seconds. Whistle blows. And Rosado trying to get the tempo up here as the game is about to end. 16 seconds. Casey Collins, maybe the final possession of her career. This one is going to be a blown whistle and a foul. And 6 seconds, and that's going to take us to the end here, I believe, 2-1. And the shot to finish off the game, Autumn Kramer cannot hit it. And with that, the NATOs fall here on Senior Day, 22-5 to the Methodist Monarchs. Autumn Kramer with 3 goals, Parker Moore with a goal, and Emily Denega with a goal. The NATOs finish 6-11 overall and 3-7 in the conference. Once again, NATOs falling here on Senior Day to the Methodist Monarchs, 22-5. And be sure to catch up with some of our other Brevard College programs. Baseball in action with a doubleheader today, and softball with a doubleheader as well at 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock. That's going to do it here from Ives Lamel. Softball first pitch at 2 o'clock. Baseball first pitch at 1 o'clock. And at a final score of 22-5, that'll be it here for the NATOs. I'm Brady Penn, signing off.